filming you guys.
Took me a while to teach my birthday.
Ocarina of Time, Ganondorf, you being the best, clearly. How does it feel to watch your legacy just slowly decay? Because you used to be a giant pig with 2 swords, then you were like just a pig, and then you got like this guy who can only turn into a puppet at best. Like, does it like hurt you inside to watch your like legacy just dwindle down to the toilet?
That's another thing that keeps me up at night. I have to watch my series go downhill even further. Right, Zelda, you? I learned a lot.
Yeah. Next up, we have Sugar-Coated Shinigami as Meme-chan from Me Me Me.
We all know Easter is coming, so why not celebrate it with the cast of Me Me Me? Here comes Meme-chan Cottontail. I'm definitely feeling the Easter spirit now.
That was so cute.
Next up, we have Sharnado as Pelly from Animal Crossing. Woo!
Rain, sleet, snow, or hail, we'll deliver what you mail.
to give out, which is pretty sweet.
We're not even judges.
Yeah, I know.
They're just like, just give it to them.
But you know what? We get to see everyone from like the weirdest angle, which is back there. And I gotta say, you all still looked great from an angle you thought no one would be staring at you from. So that's awesome.
You have amazing profiles. All
Yes. That side. Yep, it's great.
That backside.
Anyway, you can use first.
Oh, I use mine first.
Yeah.
I can't even read it. There we go. So I have an MC award. It's not just one of us.
There are two of us.
There are two of us.
Count 'em.
Count them. Go ahead. I'll give you a moment.
5.
Thank you. So, without further ado, I would like to present my MC award. Ooh, okay.
Gosh.
I really loved this skit. I'm a sucker for really fun, just really fun, jumpy, dancey skits. It's all really fun, and these two were just so nice because they told me to say one of the weirdest things on stage. Give it up for Sugar-Coated Shinigami with Me, Me, Me.
Someone who was pretty cute and super fluffy and just I guess we're just suckers for like the cutest and the fluffiest. So Shy Mado for her Penny costume.
Ooh, look at the brightness. Got a vlog. Matt's half naked over there. I have pajamas on, you can't see that. Oh, I gotta turn.
What?
I said I have pajamas on, you're like half naked or so. There. See, there's Matt. Okay. My eyebrow raised. So it's the last day of Con-Nichiwa, and now we're just getting ready. It is like 9:30 or something in the morning. So, yeah. See you in a bit. That's probably okay. Oh, look, there's Matt. Okay. Oh, no, now it's really dark. Stupid. Oh, well, I don't really care, I guess. So it's the last day of Con-Nichiwa. There's Marley. And so now we're going to go hang out at the dealer room for a little bit, because we haven't been there the entire convention so far.
5 seconds.
Yeah, well, okay, we've been there for like 5 seconds, so we're gonna go look at that right now. And then we have our last and final panel at 3:30, and then we shall begin the long drive home, 3-hour drive home. And yeah, so prepare your buttholes for that.
It's like, nah, just accept it. You're cute. Alright? I am cute.
Is that what you want to tell the people of the world?
Hey world, I'm adorable.
Oh Jesus. That's terrifying. Why would they make them again? Should have stayed in the 90s where they belong.
I think so, okay. Oh, wait. She's my wife.
Mike, are you here, Mike? Right, you and Mr. Gabor are up.
We had rats.
Be scared, Ricky.
Good luck, Ricky.
You're so kawaii.
Thank you,
So
darling.
kawaii, it hurts. I was like, what did I walk into? I don't understand what old people feel like when we talk about Pokemon to them. It is just, it was brutal. I use old people loosely because
His personality just changed.
whatever. It's not brash, we can back it up. So basically it's just cosplay tips for like everybody because nobody can, we're not experts by any means. So if anybody ever has anything they want to contribute to a particular statement, just feel free to raise your hand. In addition to that, if you do have any questions about any of the things that we're talking about, feel free to raise your hand. It's kind of like a community in here or whatever. So anybody who has any questions about certain things, or, yeah, just feel free to contribute. Yeah. So that being said, the first thing that I thought would be cool to go over, which is more her specialty than mine, and I guess Matt's, is like if you're doing like gender bending stuff and just kind of like things to maybe try and avoid doing that might be hazardous to your health, or just things that if you are trying to, if you're a guy trying to be as feminine as possible, like some like makeup things to keep in mind. I know it's terrible for a guy. God forbid you wear makeup. Look at me. Yeah, just some stuff like that. So here you can talk about things to keep in mind with gender bending, I guess.
Men with gender bending?
Either or.
Okay.
Well, the first thing is binders, so I'm going to go over that first. You've probably been preached about this if you've been to any cosplay tips panel, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you're a female and you're trying to bind to be a male, which means push down your boobs, you know, please use a binder or a sports bra or something. Just don't use the ace bandages because they can crush your ribs after a while. So that would be very bad, and we don't need people suffocating, you know? I mean, I guess if you want to pass out or whatever, go for it. But yes, definitely look into binders, or if you have smaller boobs, sports bra works just fine. That's what I use.
Do you have any advice about contacts? Because you're like huge in the using contacts. I'm not, so you probably know better than I do.
Does anyone here wear colored contacts?
I want to, but I
Well, whole one person.
I want to, so
Yeah.
teach us.
Oh, well, okay, well, definitely do your research before getting contacts, and, you know, getting your prescription is highly recommended, even if you don't have your, even if you don't have a problem seeing, you know, you're not blind like I am. It's still good to get your eye measurements so you have something to go by. They give you like a base curve. The diameter is like how big the contact is. So if you want really big eyes, you want a larger diameter. But so if the base curve is off, sometimes they can be really uncomfortable, which I've had some pretty uncomfortable contacts. I didn't realize that was the issue. And research the companies that you buy the contacts from, because I just heard a story of someone who apparently they didn't research what company they bought them from, so they just picked out random circle lenses, and they went temporarily blind because apparently there was something toxic in the contacts. So it scratched their cornea all up. They healed though, and they could see fine now. But some sites that you've probably heard of if you looked into it at all was like Pinky Paradise or Honey Color. I've had good experience with both those places.
The thing to be aware of when you're buying contacts, just like remember that the microphone. Just remember that they're gonna like probably look slightly different on you depending on your eye color. I don't really have, again, I don't have much experience with it. I usually try to stick with characters with blue eyes, so I don't have to bother with it. Or I just say to crap with it, I'll do it in post or whatever. So that's definitely something to consider. Anyways, Oh, you have some?
Yeah. When it comes to keeping in mind your eye color, if you're buying from one of the sites like Pinky Paradise or Honey Color, they're mostly made for Koreans because I believe they're made in Korea. So that means that they're more designed towards people with brown eyes. So a lot of the ones look kind of weird on people with blue eyes, but yeah. But they do blend with a lot of brown eyes very well. There are some though. I've had a pair of gray ones that you couldn't even, they just blended in really well with my eyes. So occasionally you get lucky.
Very seldom. So if you have brown eyes and you hate your eye color, congratulations. Color contacts are for you. Another thing that I randomly thought would just be kind of fun to talk about would just be like things about like putting twists like on costumes. A lot of people do it. A lot of people come up with their own interpretations, their own like designs, and just like a couple things to like keep in mind when you're doing it. Like Team Rocket people love to do it. That's their whole shtick. I think it's great.
What did we do?
You put twists on everything you do.
Do we?
Yes.
Do you?
Do we?
Do you?
Show us your twist.
Show us your
Wait, no, that's not a twist. There we go.
Yeah, so like things to keep in mind when you do it. Team Rocket doesn't have like a lot to worry about there.
Well, yeah, like I wear a jacket and
Yeah. It's a pretty simplistic design, so you can pretty much spice it up any way you want. But a couple of things that I want to talk about, like in just costuming in general, is like what's something that's like realistic, or like what's doable or within reason. And like maybe when you took a costume maybe a little too far. I know that's like an acquired taste, but there are certain things where like if you divert from the source material too much, I mean, it might be, I don't know, you could probably just come up with your own character at that point, or just like change everything completely or something. Yeah. I don't know, just random thought on that. But like one thing to consider is, I guess just materials might be one thing. Like this lovely, I don't know what this is supposed to be on Yuffie, but just kind of considering what's reasonable, like making this like out of metal or something, like that's not a good idea. Like, yeah, it'll look great, and you can say, oh, it's metal, but like your arm's gonna be sore after like 30 minutes.
So you won't be able to
Also probably cut through fabric.
Yeah, probably also rip your fabric or something like that. Yeah, or like keep in mind, like, cause we were talking about like lenses and stuff like that. Like, keep in mind your health when you do a costume a little bit. I know cosplayers like to be like on point for everything, like absolutely perfect and photo accurate. Like, holy crap, you just came out of the friggin' anime. Touch my face. And I mean, I have a friend who kind of throws, or I guess we do, we like kind of throws that rule out the window. It's like, oh, I'm in such agony, the things we do for cosplay. I'm like, why are you doing it? Please stop. You are hurting yourself. I would never do that. So if you're like, don't wear a costume that's like super uncomfortable. And if you're gonna wear one, like don't wear it for like 8 hours or whatever and give yourself blisters. Like that's horrible. Because guess what? Then your con mates like the next day are gonna have to listen to you like, oh my feet, I don't wanna walk anywhere. And it's like, you gotta go do stuff. So yeah, so that's like one thing. So I mean, if you get like for me, I didn't make my own boots or whatever, but somebody made them. So if somebody like makes your own boots for you or something and they're uncomfortable, just get like insoles or something that just like makes it a little bit easier on you, so you're not wearing out your feet. Yeah, or like long socks or poofy socks or whatever. Or just like if you have like a really bulky costume, just kind of be aware of what you gotta take in mind for that.
Also, if you're wearing shoes that you don't want your socks to show, you can get pantyhose, and they make your legs look smooth anyway. So might as well, right?
Yeah. So just kind of keep in mind your health, because when you're making a costume or whatever, like what's gonna put you in agony, or like what's just gonna be good, like close enough, like what's gonna look good enough, or I don't have too much experience with anything that's like too hardcore or whatever that you look at and just like, I don't know how I'm gonna create that. Like, I didn't see Firestorms. Like, how do I light my head on fire? It's like, don't worry about lighting your head on fire. Just think of something cool.
It'd be a hazard anyway.
Yeah, you'd be a fire hazard anyway. You're not gonna get very far. We just finished our last panel. cosplay tips for everyone, which went surprisingly well considering we winged most of it. I mean, there was cliff notes, but we pretty much winged the whole thing.
Some
Which,
Bay helped us out.
yeah, some Bay. So if you're watching this, thank you, Bay. Nagisa Bay.
We just passed. That was not Nagisa.
That was totally Nagisa.
No, it was the.
Wasn't it?
I forgot what it's called. But remember that Haru in the other panel? It was like a different Haru from a different anime, and he was like literally a fish.
Oh, weird.
I believe that was also Haru.
Huh. Interesting.
I could be wrong though. I don't know.
So yeah, so we just finished the panel and now we are on our way home. We had the last time slot, so the only thing left to do would be to watch ending ceremonies, and very few people actually stay for closing ceremonies, so we are on our way back to the car now, and the 3-hour drive, which we will probably stop and get some food. I'm gonna change clothes quickly, and nobody will know. Oh, I guess I could have changed in there, but oh well.
I didn't give out as many business cards as I intended to, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, I guess that ends this vlog, everybody. Me trudging through the parking lot. My arm's getting really tired, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to thank you for watching this video, even though we didn't do too much, but you know, it's all good. You don't have to sit through like 30 minutes of bullshit. So, see you at the next convention, probably, possibly, maybe. I don't know what that is because I don't keep track. I don't know, Phoenix Comic Con, is that it? I don't know. I'll see all you lovelies there, probably. Maybe.